What's going on, guys? Andrew Piluk Hockey here, back again with another video. Finally getting to some other teams around the league besides these guys right there, the Toronto Maple Leafs. And if you're a Habs fan, you're probably going, oh, Leafs fan talking about the Habs. But I'm actually excited for this because I want the NHL to be as competitive as possible. And whenever the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Montreal Canadiens are playing and it's a competitive game, it always makes it better. Montreal took a lot of steps this year. They were impressive in the bubble, and they were just a team that I thought, okay, if they can, acquire some other pieces, this Montreal team is going to be competitive and competing with some of the best teams in the league. And I don't care if you disagree with that. I think that they're a much better team than people give them credit for. And now they can add on with Tyler Toffoli signing a 4-year contract. Jim Benning, what are you doing? The Vancouver Canucks, what are you guys doing? Their team got worse. And I will be making a video about the Canucks. They got worse. This Canucks team had everything that they needed. They had great goaltending, lost that. They had some new added depth in scoring with Toffoli. They lost that. They had a pretty solid top 4 defender in, oh my God, how am I forgetting his name right now? Tanev. Oh my God, I can't believe I forgot. Tanev, very solid defensively. They lost him as well. It's like, I think it hurts. The Markstrom thing hurts the most, but this Toffoli thing has got to sting because I think Canucks fans fell in love with him and Toffoli wanted to come back, but the Habs take advantage. 4-year contract until the 2023-24 season. The deal has an average annual value of $4.25 million. The Canucks needed to find a way to do this. I believe we will be looking at the cap friendly here. I believe the Habs are now slated to be over the salary cap, or there's something weird there. I think that there's some contracts that will probably be moved out, or something is going to be changed there, because they're definitely not going to be over the salary cap. They're going to figure that out. And in the off season, you can be 10% over the salary cap. So for now, it would be fine, but towards the start of the season, they're going to have to figure that out. But just before I get any deeper, thank you guys for subscribing to this channel, and if you are new, make sure to subscribe. I would really appreciate that. Thank you guys for getting this channel over 8,000 subscribers. Let's get to 9 and let's get to 10. Let's do it. But thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. Make sure to recommend stuff down below. I don't just make videos about the Leafs. Clearly, I want to make more about all teams because I am a huge hockey fan and I do have opinions on all teams. So make sure to subscribe if you're new. But I'm pumped for the Habs. I think that a 4-year term with the dollar amount that they're paying, this is a fantastic contract. It's just added depth to this team. The Habs are a very, very talented team, and adding a guy like Toffoli, who played very well in his limited time with the Canucks, is going to add a little bit of a scoring touch to this Habs team, especially with some of the guys that he can play with. The Habs do have some younger guys that he'll probably get the chance to play with as well. I'm a huge fan of Suzuki. He played for the Guelph Storm, and of course that's where I'm from, so getting to see him, one of the most talented players I've ever seen in front of my eyes, being live, seeing Suzuki skate, that man is a wizard. I think he's fantastic, and Habs fans, you guys are obviously excited already seeing how he played, but like I said, adding a guy like Toffoli to the mix is fantastic for you guys. Now, I just want to look at the skaters this season. Of course, there's a little bit of a turnover with Max Domi being gone, and again, we will check the cap friendly and the current roster technically for the Montreal Canadiens, and they have some prospects that are going to get a chance as well. But Tatar was leading in points. You had Deneau with 47 after that, so a little bit of a drop off. You go from 61 to 47. Max Domi was there with 44 points. You're hoping your newly acquired Anderson will be able to step into that role and maybe return to his goal scoring touch. That would be very good. If he could do that, the Habs are going to be even better. Brendan Gallagher, always one of the guys that I've really enjoyed watching. He's a little bit of a pest. People are annoyed by him, but he's a damn good hockey player. And if you can do all of those things, he's got extra tools that other players don't have. 43 points in 59 games played. Real solid numbers for him, in my opinion. Nick Suzuki, again, 41 points. This guy is going to be dynamite. You could expect him to be in the 60-point range next year. With more power play chances, I really think, and especially with a full 82 games, Suzuki's going to be a 60-point guy next year. At least. Who knows? Maybe he takes an even bigger step. I would say 60 points because I think he's going to hit that 20-goal threshold. Jeff Petrie, one of the better defensemen in the league, just in terms of, I would like to say overall, but I really have him high up. He's got 40 points in 71 games played. Again, in the full 82, he's probably pushing closer to 50 points. So very good, and they've re-signed him as well. Shea Weber, the fearless leader of the Montreal Canadiens, 36 points in 65 games played. You're just expecting him to be dynamite on the power play, keep using that slap shot. I mean, he had 15 goals last year. He'll probably get around the same. If he's healthy, he's very effective. If he's not, he can kind of fall off a little bit, but if he's healthy, we all know what he's capable of. And then just to wrap up Armia and Lehkonen towards the bottom there. So they do have some depth, but when you have Anderson, you're hoping that he's going to add the same value, if not more, that Max Domi brings you. And then you also insert a Toffoli in there. This team looks a lot different. And I know that you guys, Habs fans, if I'm talking directly to you, that you were upset that Taylor Hall didn't give Montreal the chance. Now, I feel like this Toffoli signing is kind of like not really a plan B, because it's been said that Montreal never really had an offer given to Taylor Hall. But I feel like they probably were preparing something, at least if they felt like they had a chance, which it seemed like they did. All the media coming out was reporting that they had a pretty solid chance. But I feel like Toffoli was probably like, okay, some of the dominoes are starting to fall. This guy we can get to a very good number. He's going to be included here in a talented Montreal roster, a little bit younger, and it's going to work out. So very good signing. I am a big fan of it. Now let's take a look here. Block my face here. I'm sure Habs fans are happy that a Leafs fan's face is off the screen here finally. But they're looking for more from Drouin this year. I know they are. They're definitely looking for more from him. Josh Anderson, of course, that $5.5 million deal. I'm not a fan of the contract unless he can return to that 20 to 25 goal mark. If he can do that, then I think they're happy paying him that money, or even a little bit more. They're expecting a lot. You've got Thomas Tatar, of course, kind of like a famous meme in the NHL with the Thomas Tatar. You know what I'm talking about? Everybody knows that. But that he's a talented hockey player. Tyler Toffoli, like I mentioned, very, very good. I'm very just confused why the Canucks didn't make that contract happen. Gallagher, Byron, like there is some depth here starting to happen. Deneau, Armia, Lehkonen, Jordan Wheel, Kotkaniemi took a big step. He took a big step in the bubble, because before they were a little bit worried about him. Like he was being sent down. They weren't sure if he was going to be able to continue to produce. He just looked good in the bubble. I'm happy for him, and he's just going to add to a talented team. And then, of course, like I mentioned, Suzuki, and you've got Houdon in there. And then we touched a little bit on the defense here. Shea Weber, Jeff Petrie. Joel Edmondson was a great pickup for the Habs. I think he's going to fit right in there, kind of the more defensive side of the game. But he definitely brings a little bit of offense as well. And then as you go towards the bottom there, that goaltending tandem, of course, of Price and Allen. But exciting names in there like Romanov too. I'm not just ignoring all that. Victor Mete is still in there as well. So they've got some interesting names all over this team. They've got some youth. They've got some veteran presence. That goaltending tandem, I want to get back to it there. That's a very expensive tandem, over $15 million tandem right there. Jake Allen was brought in basically to probably relieve some stress off of Carey Price in the regular season. And, you're hoping that between the two of them that they can put up some impressive numbers. But with a better team in front of Carey Price, he's going to be even better this season. And I'm still a huge fan of Carey Price. I always have and I always will, unless obviously something crazy happens and he's on the wrong side of some bad things, I guess. But Carey Price is a guy I really like. Jake Allen is a guy that I've always liked as well. But this team is made up of a lot of talent. There's a lot of things to like about this Habs roster, and I think they're going to be very, very good next year. I'm a big fan of how they're shaping up this roster, and this is obviously coming from a Leaf fan. So put the news back up there again, just to recap. Tyler Toffoli, nice little 4-year deal for the guy. I like Toffoli, just a good guy. Just from what I've seen, of course, I don't know him personally, but just a very, very talented player. I've said talented too many times. Take a shot of water every time I say that. Let's not talk about those other things, because YouTube might demonetize me. But I just like this. I think it's a good move. The Habs get better with this deal. And Habs fans, let me know what you guys think. And also Habs fans, let me know what you guys think of what the Leafs have been doing. I know some people will be a little rude, but there will be a lot of very, very knowledgeable Habs fans. It's a very passionate fan base. I've always said I've always wanted to go and watch a game in Montreal because I think it'd be exciting. Just they have one of the best arenas in the world. You can just tell. So much passion, but it might be a couple years before any of us get to do that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Again, Toffoli is a Hab. Canucks fans, yikes. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the support, and hopefully I'll see you in the next video or stream. Peace.